The tension between Washington and Caracas has taken a sharp turn this week as President Donald Trump issued his strongest warning yet to Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro. Speaking to reporters outside the White House, Trump said Maduro, and I quote, does not want to mess around with the United States, end of quote. A phrase that instantly grabbed the headlines across Latin America. According to administration officials, the president has authorized a series of covert operations aimed at disrupting what he calls narco-terror network tied to the Venezuelan government. Intelligence sources tell CNN that the CIA has been given clearance to conduct missions inside Venezuela, a major escalation in U.S. policy that the Maduro regime. The goal, they say, is to cut off the drug trade routes allegedly protected by high-ranking Venezuelan officers. Trump has long accused Maduro of turning Venezuela into a hub of cocaine trafficking, using profits to sustain his authoritarian rule. The White House insists these operations are about protecting U.S. national security and restoring democracy in the region. But critics warn that what began as a crackdown and drug smuggling is sliding toward open conflict. Reports from the Pentagon confirm that several U.S. Navy vessels have been operating aggressively in the Caribbean, tracking what the administration described as illicit maritime targets. On recent strikes, reportedly destroyed a vessel suspected of carrying weapons and narcotics, killing 6 people on board. It's the 5th such attack in less than 2 weeks. In response, President Maduro appeared on national television in Caracas, calling the United States, and I quote, an empire of aggression, end of quote. He announced the full military readiness across Venezuela, mobilizing troops and civilian militias near the coast. Maduro said his nation will defend every inch of Venezuelan soil and accused Trump of planning to overthrow his government. The growing tension has sent shockwaves through Latin America. Colombia, Brazil, and several Caribbean nations are watching closely, fearing that even a small clash at sea could trigger a wider regional crisis. Russia and China, both key backers of Maduro, have condemned Washington's actions, calling them violation of Venezuelan sovereignty. Back in Washington, not everyone is cheering the president's move. Some lawmakers, including members of Trump's own party, are demanding briefing on the legality of the CIA operations. Human rights groups warn that unverified strikes could risk civilian lives and deepen Venezuela's humanitarian crisis. But Trump remained firm. In his words, and I quote, Maduro's regime has had years to change. Now it's time to face real consequences, end of quote. Analysts say the coming days will be critical if Venezuela retaliates militarily or if US expand its operations inland. The situation could spiral fast. The world is watching to see whether this turns into showdown or breakthrough. This is Morning America. Keep you informed and fairly for whatever comes next.